This is the Olympics, a global stage for glory, power, and human achievement. But this is where it all began. Olympia, Greece. And I guarantee everything you think you know about it is wrong. It wasn't about sports, not really. It was the site of one of the most magnificent, most spectacular wonders of the ancient world, a treasure so immense it was said to be the throne of a god on earth. And then, it vanished. For centuries no one knew for sure who built it or how, until archaeologists found this. A single cup, with a secret message that blew the whole story wide open. Okay, let's back up. We're in Olympia, on the western coast of Greece. Long before the first race was ever run, way back in 2000 BC, this place was considered one of the holiest sites in the world. People would come here to worship the gods, hanging offerings on trees and making sacrifices on outdoor altars. It was a sacred grove, a place of deep spiritual power. The games? They came much later as a festival to honor the king of the gods, Zeus. And if you were going to honor the king of the gods, you couldn't just build him a house, you had to build him a palace. Around 456 BC, they completed the Temple of Zeus. It was a masterpiece of Doric architecture, massive, imposing. But the temple itself wasn't the main event. The real wonder was what they put inside. Inside, on a massive throne, sat the god himself, the statue of Zeus at Olympia. This wasn't just a statue, this was a statement. The pamphlet tells us it was chryselephantine. That's a fancy word for being covered in ivory and solid gold, 12 meters high. That's a 4-story building. His skin was carved from gleaming white ivory, his robes, his beard, and his hair were sculpted from sheets of pure gold. His throne was made of cedar wood, decorated with ebony, ivory, and precious gems. This thing was so mind-blowing, so utterly spectacular, that writers like Herodotus and Antipater immediately named it one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. For 800 years, it was the centerpiece of the ancient world. Athletes competed under its gaze, empires rose and fell, but the statue remained until it didn't. The temple was eventually toppled by earthquakes, its columns falling like dominoes. But what happened to the 12-meter-tall golden god inside? Did it get destroyed, stolen, melted down? It's one of history's greatest mysteries. But an even bigger question lingered. Who could possibly create something like this? The skill, the artistry, the sheer genius required was off the charts. For a long time the creator was as much a legend as the statue itself. And that brings us back to the cup. Right next to the ruins of the Great Temple, archaeologists excavated the remains of a building. It was the artist's workshop, and inside, amongst the debris, they found it. A simple personal drinking cup. And scratched into the bottom was a message, clear as day, after 2,500 years, Phideo Imi, I belong to Phidias. Phidias, the most famous sculptor in all of Athens, the man who created the legendary statue of Athena in the Parthenon. The historical records say he was accused of embezzling gold in Athens and had to flee the city, and this cup proves where he went. He came here, to Olympia, and in this very workshop, poured all of his genius into his final, greatest masterpiece, the statue of Zeus. This one tiny object is a direct physical link to the man behind the wonder. It's like finding Shakespeare's personal quill, or Leonardo da Vinci's paintbrush. It's the proof. So Olympia isn't just a pile of ruins, it's a holy site, it's the birthplace of the games. But most of all, it was the canvas for a genius on the run, who built a god out of ivory and gold, leaving behind a wonder that still captures our imagination, and a cup that tells his story. The statue may be gone, lost to time. But thanks to a single cup, the name of its creator will be remembered forever. What do you think happened to the statue of Zeus? Tell us in the comments. And hey, don't forget to subscribe for more lost histories.